What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk about it's a wrestler profile video, so I'm going to talk about Randy Macho Man Savage. Basically, go through Macho Man's career and explain what I think about Macho Man Randy Savage. Starting off with Macho Man. Macho Man comes from a legendary family, the Poffo family. His dad was a huge wrestler. His brother, of course, being Lenny Poffo, the genius. Macho Man, when he started in WWF, um, there's hype right off the bat with him. You had all the managers assemble in the ring to, bid on who was going to become Macho Man Randy Macho Man Savage's manager. People like Freddie Blassie, Slick, Mr. Fuji, um, Freddie Blassie, Bobby Heenan. They were all in the middle of the ring, and they were all trying to get a piece of the Macho Man Randy Savage. And then when he came out and said, "This is going to be my new manager," and when Elizabeth walked down, everyone was like, "Wow, finally, something different, a female manager, a female valet for Randy Macho Man Savage." And Elizabeth was amazing for Macho Man, but the way that Macho Man treated Elizabeth wasn't that great. Macho Man had amazing matches against George Daniel Steele, amazing matches. One of the greatest matches of all time against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for the Intercontinental title. He would go on to form the Mega Powers with Hulk Hogan, and he would win the title, the WWF Championship, at WrestleMania 4, and then between WrestleMania 4 and WrestleMania 5, you would see the Mega Powers, which were Macho Man and Hogan, have a tag team with Elizabeth being their manager. Eventually, they would break up, and you had Macho Man go against Hogan at WrestleMania 5. You had Macho Man versus Ultimate Warrior, just an amazing feud there when Macho Man was Macho King. That was when Macho Man had Sensational Sherry as his manager. And Macho Man was a great heel and a face. He's one of the few people that can go out there and make it work for him. One of those people that can adapt to both role plays. And when he became king, it was just huge. We had $1 Million Man bring him like a scepter, a crown. And he was one of those people that when he was king, they actually went full force with him being an actual king. Then you saw Elizabeth come back at WrestleMania 7. WrestleMania 7? Yeah, WrestleMania 7 with the retirement match between Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man. And then Macho Man would eventually, he would go against Flair a couple times over the Elizabeth situation, but that was before Sensational Sherry came along. Then you had Macho Man teaming with Perfect for a while there, and Flair, which was pretty good. When Macho Man left and retired, you had him as a commentary, and he was actually a great commentary. He was someone that knew wrestling. He was someone that was a perfectionist in the ring and could tell whether people were doing a good job or a bad job. But at the same time, it must have been really hard for him because of him being a perfectionist to see when people are doing a bad job, because it's your job to make those wrestlers look good when you're a commentator. And if they're doing something that you don't like, you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? WrestleMania 9 was interesting when he came out as a commentator because it was the biggest Toco party ever at Caesar's Palace. He came in on this huge bed thing with girls feeding him grapes and stuff like that. That was amazing. When he was at WrestleMania 10, him helping, or not helping, but celebrating with Bret Hart in the ring was pretty cool. After WrestleMania 10, you would see Macho Man leave WWF and go to WCW, where money was being handed out left, center, and right. He followed the path of Hulk Hogan. Macho Man was pretty good there. Starting off, one thing that pissed WWF off when Macho Man left was he took the endorsements of Slim Jim with him. He was a huge promoter of Slim Jim when he was in WWF and going into WCW. When the NWO formed, Macho Man, of course, joined the NWO and became Macho Madness, or just craziness there. And Elizabeth actually came with them, which was interesting because at the time they were going through divorce and everything like that. So it was interesting to see those two in the ring. You would eventually see, him become like a secondary person in the NWO. When the NWO Wolfpack was formed, Macho Man joined the Wolfpack. And then, of course, when when WCW folded, Macho Man was no longer there. But right before it folded, like a year or two so before it folded, Macho Man came back as Macho Madness with Gorgeous George, and I think it was, I forget who the other girl was, but she came back. Oh, Molly Holly, but she had a different name there. Um, and then of course Macho Man passing away um, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I believe it was. And it's interesting too because the WWF hasn't put him in the Hall of Fame, and I think it's because of Lenny Poffo. Lenny Poffo seems to think that it was Macho Man's wishes for the whole Poffo family to go in as one in the Hall of Fame, not Macho Man going in as an individual. I think it's more, in my opinion, Lenny Poffo wanting to go in the Hall of Fame and thinks that he wouldn't be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So I think the only way he feels that he can get inducted into the Hall of Fame is if he goes about saying that Macho Man's wishes were for his whole family to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's what I'm just getting from it. But I want to get your guys' take on Macho Man Randy Savage. What you guys thought about him? What was your favorite Macho Man's match? What do you think about him going in the Hall of Fame? Comment below. If you like this video, definitely give it a like. If you're not subbed, hit the subscription button up there. I'll catch you guys later. I'm out. Peace.